Did you know the secrets of America? Part 1. The land before Columbus. Long before European explorers set foot on the Americas, this vast land was home to diverse and vibrant cultures. From the towering cliffs of the Southwest to the lush woodlands of the East, indigenous tribes thrived across the continent, each with its own unique traditions, languages, and way of life. The Americas were not a blank slate, as some European settlers would later describe it. This land had a deep history, a rich tapestry woven over thousands of years by the people who called it home. Join us as we delve into the origins of America, starting with its first inhabitants. Part 2. The first peoples of America, the earliest settlers of North America, arrived over 1300 years ago, crossing the Bering Land Bridge from Asia. These first Americans were nomadic hunters, and over centuries, they spread across the continent, adapting to the diverse landscapes and climates. Ancient Clovis culture, one of the earliest known civilizations in America, developed stone tools and hunting techniques still admired by historians today. Over millennia, various tribes emerged, including the Iroquois, Apache, and Sioux, each with distinct cultural practices and societal structures. This was a world of interconnected nations, where trade, diplomacy, and sometimes war shaped the relations among tribes. Part 3. European exploration and the Age of Discovery. In the late 15th century, European powers began looking westward in search of new trade routes and wealth. In 1492, Christopher Columbus landed in the Bahamas, marking the beginning of European exploration of the Americas. While Columbus wasn't the first to discover the continent, Norse explorers had reached parts of Canada centuries earlier. His journey opened the floodgates. The New World attracted explorers from Spain, France, England, and Portugal, each eager to claim land and resources. However, these ambitions led to tragic consequences for the native inhabitants who had lived on these lands for millennia. Part 4. Colonization and cultural clash. With the arrival of European settlers, a dramatic cultural clash ensued. European powers sought to establish colonies, claiming land through treaties or force, often without regard for the indigenous populations. As they expanded, they introduced diseases that devastated native communities, who had no immunity to illnesses like smallpox. Colonizers also brought their religions, customs, and laws, which often conflicted with native traditions. For indigenous people, these changes were life-altering, forcing them to adapt, resist, or move further west. This period of colonization laid the foundation for the modern United States, but also left scars that are still felt by indigenous communities today. Part 5. The foundation of a new nation. As European colonies grew, tensions grew. Developed with their home countries. In the British colonies, these tensions eventually led to the Revolutionary War. On July 4, 1776, the Declaration of Independence was signed, marking the birth of a new nation. However, the vision of freedom and equality stated in the Declaration did not extend to everyone, especially indigenous populations and enslaved Africans. As the new nation expanded westward, it continued to displace native tribes, reshaping the land and altering lives forever. Closing. Reflecting on America's legacy, the story of America's origins is one of both opportunity and struggle, of cultures clashing and sometimes blending, and of a land forever changed by exploration and expansion. To understand America today, we must look back at these beginnings and honor the diverse histories that shaped it. In our journey through America's past, we find not only the roots of a nation but the voices of those who came before, and the lessons they left behind. This structure gives a compelling, concise overview that allows each section to stand alone while building a broader narrative. Let me know if you'd like more parts or detail on any topic.